beginning in Indian style, staying here or coming up into a half lotus position, or if you're more flexible, coming up to a full lotus position, rolling the shoulder blades back, place your hands on your knees. The palms are facing the sky. You can bring your thumb and forefinger together. Your head is slightly up. Turning all your thoughts toward your spirit, to the breath, to your heart. So what I want you to do is to think of a characteristic that your spirit is longing to have. And I want you to think of a single word that goes along with this characteristic. Repeating that word in your mind over and over again. Okay, we're going to take it further. I want you to take it from your mind. You're taking it from a form of thought and you're sending it to your heart. So as you say the word, I want you to imagine that word coming from your mind all the way to your heart. And you almost literally can feel it becoming a part of your nature. Pulling into child's pose. Pressing those feet down so you're on the front of your feet. Pulling the hips down so you're sitting on your heels. Reaching the hands out while you still breathe. This is a resting pose. If any time in the practice you feel lightheaded or you need a rest, come into this pose and breathe. Imagining you are a child. Tucking the toes under, lifting the hips into the air. You're going to starfish your hands. You're pressing your heart center towards the mat. Bicycling the legs, so bringing one heel down and then the other, still breathing. Go ahead and bring both heels to the earth, stepping or jumping in between the hands. Into what's called ragdoll. This is one of my favorite poses. So what I like to do in this pose is just gently swing. Okay, you're going to slowly roll up. You're going to come up one vertebrae at a time. Bending your knees slightly if you want. Okay, your head is the very, very last thing to come up. Continue with the breath, closing your eyes, bringing your hands into prayer pose. Let's move on to the sun salutations, beginning with sun salutations A. The sun salutations are an incredible and awesome way to begin the day, feeling gratitude for the sun, for its light, and for all truth. Let's begin with the Ujjayi breathing, big deep breaths. I imagine that each breath is like an ocean wave. Very resilient and calming to the mind and the body. Bringing the arms down, lifting the palms up above your head, the wave at its peak. Exhaling, the wave surrendering back into the ocean. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, jumping or stepping back into plank pose. You're hovering over the earth, scooping forward and up. I like to call this pose aerial. Exhaling, coming back into down dog. Here, catching your breath. Now stepping or jumping in between the hands, swinging the upper body in a figure 8 position. Slowly rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing your hands into prayer. Now on your own, doing Sun Salutation A or following along with me. We're going to move into Sun Salutation B, bringing hands down on the next inhale, lifting the arms up to the sky, palms together. Exhaling, swan diving all the way down, arms coming down like wings into a forward bend. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, jumping back or stepping into plank. Scooping forward, dropping onto the knees, looking up to the sky. Coming back into down dog. Here, catching your breath. Stepping the right foot forward into warrior 1, dropping this back foot in line with the arch of the foot. Coming back down, bringing that leg back into plank. Coming all the way down, hovering over the earth, scooping up into aerial, pulling back into down dog. Catching your breath. Other side, left leg, warrior 1. Coming up, here you are strong. Coming back down, back into plank pose. Chaturanga, scooping up, pulling back into down dog. Catching your breath. Stepping or jumping in between the hands. Swinging in a figure 8 position in ragdoll. Dropping the hands, rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to be doing one more Sun Salutation B, either following along with me or going at whatever pace you feel comfortable. Lifting the palms up above your head. Here, you are a queen. Swan diving all the way down. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Jumping back or stepping into plank. Elbows skimming the sides of the ribs, hand up. Elbows are slightly bent. Exhaling, coming back into down dog. Here, catching your breath. Coming into warrior one. Doing the Mula Bandha, engaging the pelvic wall. Okay, clapping your hands. We're going to go into warrior two. We're going to call this pose faith. You're going to imagine a white light shooting from heaven, going all throughout your body. Okay, I want you to wiggle your 5 fingers on your right hand. And I want you to think of the 5 greatest things that you need to have faith in this life. You're going to take your arms, you're going to send them up to the sky, palms together. This pose is divine nature. You're going to imagine a blue light descending from heaven, shooting throughout your whole body. We're going to straighten that leg, taking your hands into 2 fists. You can make a heart. This is individual worth. The color is red. It's red light. Let's do triangle pose here. So walking this leg forward, you're going to imagine that you're in between 2 glass walls. Okay, so you're going to reach out with that right hand, bringing that hand down to the shin. Here, breathing. Okay, you can gaze upward if you feel balanced, looking at your middle finger as you breathe. Taking that hand that's in the sky, bringing it down to the earth on both sides of your front foot. You're going to turn your left foot so it's parallel with the front. You're coming into pyramid pose, relaxing the upper body and breathing. Now bending the front leg, kick up into the sky, into standing splits. And coming down. Rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Lifting the arms up to the sky, exhaling, swan diving all the way down. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. Jumping back or stepping into plank. Coming down, scooping forward and up, looking up to the sky. Coming back into down dog. Here, catching your breath. Coming up into warrior one. You can use your inner thighs, the muscles. Make your hands into a book. Open the book. Knowledge. The light is green. Choice and accountability. Okay, so bringing your hands in front of you, your fingertips together, moving your fingers. These are all the choices we have. The color is orange. The next value is yellow. So bringing your hands out like you're opening up to the world. So good works. Okay, integrity. So color is purple, having integrity. You're gonna have virtue all the way from your toes to the very tippy top of your fingers. Here, coming into a seated position. You're going to pull the flesh on your hips out, so you're on your sit bones. You're going to lift your sternum, bringing the arms out and up, intertwining the hands, lifting and falling over your legs, and breathing. Okay, you're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Now moving into butterfly pose. Taking the heels, placing them towards your hips, the feet together. Coming down, pulling your upper body toward the ground. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. So we're going to take on our all fours. I like to intertwine my fingers. The sides of my hands are resting on the mat. So you're placing your head, you're going to cradle your head. Now you can take your hips up in the air and just stay here, because that blood is rushing to your brain. If you feel comfortable, you can take it further. And breathing. If you feel balanced here, you can be really creative. You can come into lotus pose. And if you're like, no way, you can try this up against the wall. And breathe. Okay, bringing the feet down, coming all the way down. Okay, slowly lifting your head up and just moving up from side to side. Here, coming on your back. Let's take our knee into our chest. So squeezing it in tightly. And then you're going to roll it all the way to the left side, bringing that knee onto the ground. Arm comes open. You're going to bring that knee back into your chest, and then you're going to slowly lay it down onto the earth, adjusting the legs. Bringing the knee into the chest, taking that knee, rolling it all the way to that side onto the ground, looking over the shoulder. And breathing. Okay, rolling back onto your back. Here the body is heavy, is calm. Your mind is free from all thoughts of worry. Your mind is free of all thoughts of fear. Now I want you to focus on your forehead area, which is often referred to as the third eye. Your breath is now light and free. You're going to focus on one word, a word that can bring you to a state of pure love. What is that word to you? It may be the name of somebody important to you. It may be simply the words, pure love. Repeating that word in your mind. when you're ready, coming to the left side. Here, you are a child. You are safe. When you're ready, coming up to a seated position, Indian style, or half lotus, or full lotus. Here, feeling gratitude for every heartbeat. Namaste.